Lord Sauron.
The Battle of Gaugamela, also known as the Battle of Arbela, was a decisive confrontation between the forces of Alexander the Great of Macedonia and the Persian Empire under Darius III. This epic clash, which occurred on October 1st, 331 BC, is hailed as one of the greatest battles in military history, marking the turning point in Alexander's conquest of the Persian Empire. Background: after years of preparation and battles across Asia Minor, Alexander's campaign against Persia culminated in this pivotal battle. He had already defeated the Persian forces in two major engagements, at the Battle of Granicus in 334 BC and the Battle of Issus in 333 BC. By 331 BC, Alexander and his Macedonian army were advancing deeper into Persian territory. Darius III, the Persian king, realized the existential threat posed by Alexander's army and mobilized his resources for a decisive showdown, selecting the plains near Gaugamela, northeast of modern-day Mosul, Iraq, as the battleground. Preparations and armies. The Persian army at Gaugamela was enormous, with estimates of up to 100,000 to 200,000 soldiers, though these figures are disputed. Darius deployed a diverse and heavily equipped force, including infantry, cavalry, and war chariots with scythed wheels meant to break through enemy formations. He had chosen an open plain to maximize the maneuverability of his chariots and cavalry, which he hoped would overwhelm the Macedonian forces. Alexander's army, while significantly outnumbered, was highly disciplined, well-trained, and led by one of history's greatest military minds. His forces included the elite Macedonian phalanx, skilled cavalry units, notably the companion cavalry, and light troops. Despite the Persian numerical advantage, Alexander's forces were far more cohesive and operated as a single, effective unit under his command. The battle formation and strategy. Darius III set his troops in a vast formation to outflank Alexander's army on either side. He positioned his strongest forces, including his cavalry and scythed chariots, on the wings, intending to encircle the Macedonians. In the center, Darius placed his most reliable infantry, while he himself took position in a prominent location to command the battle. Alexander, a tactical genius, anticipated Darius's attempt to outflank him. He devised a flexible formation with his phalanx in the center, flanked by cavalry and lightly armed troops. Alexander took his position on the right flank, leading the companion cavalry. To counter the Persian chariots, Alexander instructed his soldiers to create gaps in the phalanx, allowing the chariots to pass through without causing significant damage. The battle begins. The battle opened with Darius sending his chariots and cavalry in a fierce assault aimed at breaking Alexander's lines. However, Alexander's troops maintained their formation, and the gaps in the phalanx allowed the chariots to pass through without inflicting substantial damage. Simultaneously, Alexander initiated a feigned retreat on his right flank, luring Persian forces to follow him. Alexander's tactic created an opening in the Persian center as Darius shifted his focus to counter this maneuver. Spotting this gap, Alexander led a direct assault with his companion cavalry and part of the phalanx straight at Darius's position. The sudden and intense assault struck at the Persian center, creating chaos among Darius's ranks. The turning point. The Persian line began to waver as Alexander's forces pressed their attack. Darius, seeing the disarray in his ranks and fearing for his safety, fled the battlefield, leading to a collapse in morale among the Persian forces. His retreat created a ripple effect. The Persian army began to fall apart, and many soldiers fled the battlefield. While Darius fled, Alexander seized the opportunity to press his advantage, launching a full-scale assault on the retreating Persian forces. Alexander's disciplined troops pursued the Persians and inflicted heavy casualties on the fleeing soldiers, effectively ending Persian resistance in the battle. Aftermath. The Battle of Gaugamela was a catastrophic defeat for the Persian Empire. With his forces shattered, Darius III was unable to muster another army to confront Alexander, who now advanced unopposed through the Persian heartlands. This victory cemented Alexander's control over the Persian Empire, making him the de facto ruler of a vast domain stretching from Greece to the borders of India. The battle showcased Alexander's brilliance in military strategy and his ability to adapt to challenging situations on the battlefield. Gaugamela is often studied as a classic example of the effective use of tactics, training, and psychological warfare to overcome overwhelming odds. This 800-word summary outlines the main events and significance of the Battle of Gaugamela. A 3,000-word piece could delve deeper into the specifics of military tactics, individual heroics, and the broader geopolitical impact of Alexander's victory. Let me know if you'd like further detail on any aspect of the battle or Alexander's campaigns.